You're watching Monty TV. I'm Jackie Karsh. Sitting down now with Stefan Jaecker. He is the CEO of DC Advisory's Germany office. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Nice having me.
Now, obviously, when we talk about Germany, there's been a lot of political upheaval there. How has that been affecting the tech sector and just generally business there?
In general, the tech sector itself was not really affected. It's much more on a larger scale, the investment environment, which we had in Europe and in Germany, especially given that the government we had, which has collapsed almost 3 months ago, was not able to take any decisions, any forward step decisions which make the investment environment positive for people. And therefore, we are very grateful that we had the election and that we start with a new government soon.
Now that you have this government newly established, do you think it will be smooth sailing going forward?
Yes, definitely, but not smooth sailing, I would say. There will be ups and downs, but what the good thing is that we have now a government which can make decisions. You might have seen yesterday, we have signed off one of the largest investment budgets ever, several billion, trillion of euros for defense, but also for infrastructure. So if you just take the infrastructure sector, it's also technology driven in a certain way, and therefore we are looking forward for new investors to come and join the rally, which we will see.
Let's talk about those investors for a second. What's the sentiment among investors when it comes to Germany and just the greater Europe?
Yeah, I think the general sentiment is when it comes especially to Germany, I think that you get good quality work. We are an engineering company. We have a very good education system also for the young people. It is diversified between students and non-students who get a high education early on, and that brings our companies into a very good position when it comes to human resource.
How is technology kind of shaping that space in Germany?
I think we always have been in certain sectors technology leaders. So if you look at the big medtech companies we do have in Germany who are global leaders, if you look into automotive, who have accepted the change from combustion to electronic vehicles, I think all this shows our capabilities. And if you look at last year's in 24, the financing rounds for big startups, whether it was Flix, whether it was SumUp, or whether it was in the defense IE sector, we do have all these companies in Germany. I think what is also interesting or should be interesting is our heterogeneous panel by way of the family-owned businesses. There are thousands of businesses who belong to families which are hidden champions, which are not always visible for everybody, only for insiders who are using their products. And then they say, oh, this is a German company. Oh, it's global. Oh, it's doing over $1 billion. Oh, this is 1,000 companies who are doing over $1 billion. This is something I think people have to investigate and to follow.
What should U.S. investors be focusing on when they're looking at German companies?
Really depends whether it's the first time they do an investment in Germany or whether they are familiar. If it would be the first time, clearly you need, anywhere in Europe, you need to become comfortable with labor law. It's different than here in the US, clearly. Secondly, I think you need to understand the DNA of privately managed and held companies by the entrepreneurs, families who are running it for decades. It's not only, the highest valuation that counts in the interaction. It's really cultural matters, understanding where they are coming from, where they want to come, where they want to go. And I think it's a very good time to invest because all these companies had a lot of challenges over the last 5 years, and they are asking for support and knowledge from outsiders to navigate them through these challenges.